Alright, stage 3 of Race to the Zenith, the special event. Here we go. Full throttle, and we're at Nürburgring, and sounds like now we're gonna be racing alongside Zoe. Remember to make enough points so Team Ligier stays on top. Alright. Once again, 4 goals to complete. And this is going to be a drafting challenge, so we got nice metric numbers to keep track of. 1500 meters, and then lead a draft for 4 seconds in that exact order and place at least P3. So we cannot lead the draft first, we have to follow and then lead. Alright. When goals start to get convoluted. Alright. And Grand Prix circuit at Nürburgring, so we got plenty of track to race. So, what rank are we starting in? 12th? Okay, so we're kind of far behind in the grid, aren't we? Alright, so it does not need to be a continuous draft, so... Okay, did I just blow a headlamp? I think I did. Alright, so it's gonna be a little bit on the darker end of the race, but I have a feeling we need to climb up the ranks first, because when you're starting in P12, what was the rank? Rank 3? Yeah, that's a bit of a racing to do, so... And we do have 2 laps to complete. And thank goodness they did not require no damage as one of the conditions, because I would have been starting over. Alright. P6. So we draft behind Zoe for fun. Sure, why not? It's a 2-lap race. I think we can do it. You don't have to. I don't think they've mentioned anything about having to draft behind Zoe, but we just did. And we'll lead the draft in front of Zoe as well. Come on, catch up. Almost, there we go, 4 seconds, and we just need to make 2 more overtakes. I see one of them, so at least I see both of them, yeah. And it's a Nissan Z or Z GT4, and who's in P3 right now? Jojo76 from Italy. And that looks like Aston Martin, another GT4. Okay, that should be an easy overtake. And then on top of the grid, we got the faster, or at least it should be, LMP3s. The same ones, aren't we? All driving. I don't think that's LMP1, like the Toyota one, right? Let's have a closer look. Yeah, it's exactly the same. I just see the blue in the finish, right? In the paint. I think either it's gotta be, there's only 2 options. Either it's gonna be a Toyota, or the other option would be the Nissan LMP1, the Nismo. LMP1 from 2015. One of the alternative liveries is blue. So there you go. Anyway, not too bad. Pretty easy start. And the 2 laps in P3 at Nürburgring Grand Prix pays 17,300 Motorsport dollars. Okay. And I guess it was a Beamer at the top. M4 GT4. Alright, so goal 1 complete. On to goal 2. Some issue with the engine. Are we having a heat issue? Is that what it is? Forced manual. Do not accelerate too much and stay... Oh, it's one of those goals where you have to stay below certain speed. And they give us this odd number. 233.35 kph, really? And no off track, still finish under minute 45. Okay, so we'll try to stay around 230. Right, 233.35. Who wants to remember that many numbers? We got the timer for the laps, so that's a non-issue. So 230 is okay, so we'll get close to that 230 and we'll hover around 230-ish while we still wrap up under minute 30, minute 40, I don't remember. At this pace, we may end up in P1. So, important number to remember is going to be 230-ish, since that's the speed that we cannot go over. There are police out there with the speed guns, ready to pull you over. Pace is pretty decent. I still got like 45 seconds left on the clock. You could probably push a little bit harder. $210, 20. Yeah, we'll keep it in 220 range, maybe a little bit faster. Seven, 6. Have I allowed enough time? Oh no, I didn't allow enough time. Okay, we need to pick up the pace just a little bit more. Alright. Little too much lollygagging. Fair enough. But still, 10,000 victory point, or not victory points, Motorsport dollars for the reward. So let's give it another go. So we really need to stay close to the 230, I guess. Alright. So 220s and change. And then, yeah, we're definitely going to be finishing in P1. So now that's out of the question. We can just focus on speedometer, oddly enough. So yeah, I'll have to really push up to 230-ish whenever we get these straights. That should be helpful. Yeah, I thought I had enough time on the clock, but I guess I didn't. Alright, so 220s. Alright, so 227. Alright, we got a bit more time left on the clock, couple of more seconds. I think should be enough to get me through here. Yeah. Okay, so we just need to push a little bit harder. Okay, and quite a bit of time left on the clock this time around. Alright, so it was 145, right, that they asked for? So 141 and change. So with maybe 3 seconds and some or so to spare. Alright. I feel like it would have been almost easier if the car was in critical condition, since then your top speed is somewhat capped and your acceleration is lower, so it's less likely that you're less likely to go over the speed limit, so to speak, right? Alright, an impressive timing considering you had a problem with the engine. Alright, complete each lap in minute 35 and finish in at least P3. So no condition on off track, so if necessary we can cut that final chicane, but that's how it goes. So minute 35 is the number or the time that I have a feeling that's going to play a role more so than finishing in P3, since look at that, we are more or less starting in P5, and I have a feeling whoever's in P4 shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, I see both P4 and P3 already. So the challenge is going to be wrapping up the minute 35 laps, right? Alright, the Bumblebee Porsche. And yeah, they didn't say anything about off track, so if necessary, that's a big if. I don't think I'm gonna need to, but we shall see. Considering the last race with the speed limit, I was able to get it quite comfortably under minute 40. Now this time we are, able to go flat out. Should be easier. And so far, looking to be. And they said, yeah, we're going to be in P1. Whether we want to or not. Oh, that was close actually. Minute 35 or minute 45? Minute 35, right? For this one, each lap. So we do have to get things moving here. And that's without cutting that corner, the final chicane. So, but we know we can do it. So if we've done it once, maybe we can do it twice. It's less than ideal line for that corner, but it's all right. There we go. 50 seconds so far. All right. 30. Okay. I feel like the pace is a little bit slower than the last time. Okay, a little cutting through there. 35, right? Okay, maybe I didn't need to cut that corner as egregiously as I did. Okay, good enough. Yeah, I don't think you would end up with anything less than P1 in that race. Alright, so far so good. I think there was only one goal that I needed to repeat so far. So, see if we can keep the trend going here. It's a very close race between you and Zoe. Step up your game to advance to the next stage. So what do we have for the final goal here in stage 3 in Nürburgring? Autocross. Oh, without using brakes. Oh, great. Why? That seems such a random challenge. How do you let a race car out on the track without working brakes? Come on. That seems pretty messed up, if you ask me. Alright, so I think it was like 58 seconds. At least they give us a decent amount of time. Alright. So we're gonna have to control the speed with the throttle only, and just kind of coasting whenever possible, like that. At least it's got decent amount of grip, so and they didn't say anything about no off track, thank goodness. Alright, so as it turns out, alright, so what, 3 seconds and change to spare? I think it was like a top time was like 58 seconds and something. Right, 58.6, so okay. Close enough. All right. So that wraps up the stage 3. All right. Check out what we get for rewards here now. Another 10 gold, but a little bit more Motorsport dollar rewards. 25,000 and a bit more victory points as well, 1,250. And that extra victory points gets us to the next racing dollar rewards. And 25,000 Motorsport dollar rewards, the bonus we get to pick up. All right, without brakes. Deserve this one for sure. That's such a random challenge. It's always next time to take the crown. See you next time. Alright, go full throttle to win this one. Even Ligier has noticed this and is super excited. Alright. The only caveat is that you win this championship. Alright. So on to stage 4. Here we go. And that'll be our next video. So stay tuned. See you guys in the next one.